A breeze, but a pretty nice night in Mexico City with 72-degree temperatures here at Estadio Azteca. As we take a look at the bracket, already halfway through the first leg of these quarterfinals. Of course, we're in the top left tonight. Atlanta United and Club America will move on to face the winner of Cruz Azul and LAFC. The first leg will be tomorrow in Los Angeles. So we move on into this quarterfinal round after a pretty exciting round of 16 for both of these sides. For Atlanta United, it was a good win over Motagua of Honduras. And for Club America, it was a good win over Comunicaciones. We'll start with Club America. In this second leg, boy, it took them a little bit to get going, and it was Comunicaciones who eventually got that first goal.
Yeah, they come out and get this first goal by Herrera. Club America had some work to do in this one. El Piojo was not happy with this. There you see the foul in the box, the penalty kick. Dio buries it. There's the foul in the box here.
A lot of penalties in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of holding and pulling and tugging. And Emmanuel Aguilera buries this one. And the penalty kicks here. And Oscar Jimenez stood tall for his side. They move on 5-3 on penalty kicks. But it was a lot of work for a Club America side that we expect to score goals. And you talk about scoring goals, Atlanta United here. They'll miss their goal scorer as he's involved. Pity Martinez with Joseph Martinez. We're not going to call that combination tonight, Josh, because Joseph Martinez is injured, long-term knee injury. But they got the job done against the Motagua side that didn't make it easy on the road, but they came home and did very well, winning 3-0.
That was Joseph Martinez making it 2-0 at the time. And then Pity Martinez would add one more later on for Atlanta United. Kind of a weird play. The referee playing advantage. Pity Martinez burying it in the back of the net. And that ended it. 4-0 on aggregate for Atlanta United. Or 4-1, pardon me. So tonight, here we are at Estadio Azteca. Miguel Herrera getting set to lead this Club America side up against Atlanta United for the second time in their history. They met in the Campeones Cup last August, a 3-2 win for Atlanta United, the only time these two teams have played. But tonight, the focus for Atlanta United is how do you replace Joseph Martinez, and it probably isn't just as simple as plugging a guy in.
No, there's no plug and play for Joseph Martinez, a guy who was an MVP, who's led the league in scoring. He brings so much to this side. He's so dynamic. He's at his size, 5'7", if he is 5'7", so good in the air in the box. They'll certainly miss him, but they've had to now try and figure out ways. And Ezequiel Barco and Pity Martinez so far have been able to pick up the slack that's been left by Joseph Martinez. Adam John has been a replacement for him. Certainly not the same type of player. He's a workhorse type player. He doesn't start tonight. I'd be interested to see how Frank de Boer lines up. It looks like a little more defensive formation. Jeff Lorenowitz will come into this lineup, but it's been an interesting time when you lose a player like Joseph Martinez and you try and figure out just after the transfer window how to pick someone up, how to get things done. And they know they're not going to replace all of those goals, so it's going to be goals by committee made up for this Atlanta side.
Some Atlanta United supporters making the trip a little bit south here to Mexico City and Estadio Azteca. But as for Club America, they come in fairly good form. They're 5-2-2, third place in Liga MX as the teams taking to the field will break things down as things move on. But let's listen into Estadio Azteca here for the quarterfinals.
Damas y caballeros, demos la bienvenida al Club América y al Atlanta United para el partido de esta noche de la Liga de Campeones Concacaf Scotiabank.
Getting set to go from Estadio Azteca here in Mexico City. Club America and Atlanta United in this first leg of the quarterfinals in this 2020 Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. It's the finest of Liga MX and MLS here tonight in Mexico City. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. We will start here with Club America and Miguel Herrera.
Yeah, for his side here, Oscar Jimenez, the 31-year-old, starts in goal. Bruno Valdez will captain the side. Giovanni Dos Santos will look to pull the strings in the midfield. It wasn't very active in the last leg against Comunicaciones. It'll have to be tonight. It's an attack-minded side. They spread things out, utilize all parts of the field. Their starting positions are very wide. Tough to defend. Atlanta United will have to stay as compact as possible against Club America tonight.
As we take a look at the referee, John Pitti from Panama, and of course the two captains, Jeff Lorenowitz and Bruno Valdez for Club America. An experienced ref in John Pitti. 3 CONCACAF Champions League matches in 2019, including the first leg of the final between Tigres and Monterrey. So some final handshakes with the referees and the captains as we take a look at the starting 11 tonight for Atlanta United for Coach Frank de Boer.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he lines this side up. It looks more like a 4-5-1 if you will. Jeff Lorenowitz will captain the side. He comes into the lineup here. Fernando Mesa in the back as well. Mo Adams will also be inserted in that back line. Emerson Hyman has had a really good run scoring goals in the first 2 weeks in MLS, but of course it's about Ezequiel Barco and Pity Martinez and how they split that number 9 position. Will they play more of a false 9? They'll have some defensive responsibilities, there's no doubt tonight. You always do when you travel to Azteca.
And Miguel Herrera saying we're going for the win. Atlanta is facing America's strongest team. We are the biggest team, fighting alongside a few others in the Americas. So we're just getting set to go. Atlanta United here in 2020. It's life without Josef Martinez. And we'll see how they react here in their big CONCACAF Champions League match here tonight. The first of 2 matches here in this quarterfinal between Atlanta United of MLS and Club America of Liga MX. One of the biggest stages in world football, Estadio Azteca. John Pitti, our referee tonight, waiting on his whistle. Of course, it will be Atlanta United in red and black tonight. Club America in gold, and we are underway from Estadio Azteca. Atlanta United, a good start to their MLS campaign. 2 wins out of 2 against Nashville and Cincinnati, while Club America currently sit in 3rd place in Liga MX, and a 3-3 draw with Pumas last time out. They're crosstown rivals, but tonight we'll see who can get the upper hand here in this first leg. How do you expect this going in early on?
Well, it's always a tough place to play, and I'm looking here early on. I said, how is Frank de Boer going to come out? It looks like Barco and Pity Martinez up top, so it likely is a 4-4-2 from behind. Ezequiel Barco has put in so much work over the first month of this season, not only through the CONCACAF Champions League rounds against Motagua, but in the league as well. It'll be a night where you don't want to chase a lot of balls going back to the goalkeeper because you're going to spend a lot of energy.
Of course, altitude always coming into play as Ibargüen on the ball early on for Club America. So they rotated around to the right. Looking to get all the way to that end line. The cross blocked away, and it's out for the first corner kick of the night. And look at Miguel Herrera. He's dressed ready for tonight in the Club America colors, hoping to get his side an advantage heading to Atlanta next week.
It looks like a 4-4-2 here. Jeff Lorenowitz, the captain, in that right center back position. Brooks Lennon as the right back.
Ball swung in by Sanchez. A little bit too tall for Bruno Valdez, the captain tonight. Ibargüen. Defended by Pity Martinez. He goes to ground. Cross comes in and it's headed away. Already Atlanta United under some pressure here in the opening moments. There's Barco. He continues, a hit to the face. Sean Pitti says play on. Here's Brooks Lennon. Remedi. It's taken down. A foul will go Atlanta United's way.
We're early on in the game until players get their second wind here at Azteca. It's really important to keep the ball. You don't want to be chasing the ball all around the field. Remedi here recognizes the pressure, takes a little clip from behind. Fuentes catches him here, and there's a early on Barco tracking back deeper than his 18-yard box after the corner kick. Ibargüen, one of the substitutes for Miguel Herrera. Didn't start against Comunicaciones in that last leg.
Ibargüen comes in 25 appearances so far in Liga MX this year, 4 goals. His 9th career Champions League appearance tonight. Here's Lorenowitz. Going to go right through the middle. Lays it off for Martinez, who's able to distribute wide. Mulraney trying to get around the corner, all the way to the end line. Oh, Martinez was in there. And then the follow-up shot from well outside the box is well out of play. It was Eric Remedi.
Yeah, good build-up here. You see Jake Mulraney, who's playing that left midfield position, has played as a wing back on the left side, has played as a center back for Frank de Boer. Very versatile. Good build-up, ends up, as you mentioned, with Remedi. Oscar Jimenez, a really interesting story. Comes to be the backup for Augustin Marchesín, who was so good for this side for a while and thinks he has the job. And before you know it, Memo Ochoa comes to the club, and now all of a sudden you're the backup again. But against Comunicaciones in that second half, there were 2 saves that kept Club America in the competition, allowed them to get to a position where they had a chance to advance, and eventually in penalty kicks they did.
In a competition that has already seen at least one upset, with Seattle Sounders going down to Olympia. We thought Club America going down to be another one, but wasn't meant to be, as America, of course, moving through on penalties. Sanchez, going to play it wide. For Sanchez again, right into the middle. Oh, a big deflection puts this out for a corner kick. Crashing in was Dos Santos.
Yeah, Dos Santos finds an inch of space here, but you look at all the Atlanta players in the box, and everybody is ball watching here, and that's the end of the play that you saw there, but no one peeked over their shoulder. Giovanni Dos Santos finds a lane. Looks like he hit it off one of his own players in the end, but as you're defending in the box, it's nice to have numbers, but you have to have a glove on somebody. Here you see everyone's looking towards the sideline. This is a good ball played in. And you see Dos Santos in between 2 players here, as Remedi and Mo Adams have no idea where he is, and he finds space in the middle of the 2 of them, and looks like it goes off of Henry Martin maybe.
Some early warning signs here for Atlanta United. A lot of possession in the attacking third around the 18-yard box for the home side so far tonight. Again, played through, crashing in, looked like it was Remedi again. And now it's Pity Martinez. All pinballing. An early cross sent in, there was almost nobody there. Now it's picked up by Mo Adams. Like Barco was looking the other way. Now Club America able to pick it off in midfield, and the ball is bouncing around now. Mulraney, some room to work on the left. Ahead for Barco, a little bit too heavy.
Those types of passes there, okay, that's hit obviously a little bit heavy. You don't want to give those balls away. The more you're chasing the entire game, the more difficult, the heavier the lungs get. Meza picking off that one at the top of the 18 and releasing pressure. You want to be as careful as you can with the ball in the buildup and not give this Club America side at home any gifts.
Club America comes in undefeated in their last 14 Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League home games. Only defeat coming in 2013, but an 11-1-4 record and a plus 30 goal differential. Very tough place to play, of course, for road teams. The altitude might have something to do with it, but also might have something to do with just the product on the field.
The altitude certainly has something to do with it in this stadium, and it's a suffocating place to play. You get that moment again. Until you get that second wind, it's really hard to catch your breath in this place. And then if you're chasing the ball around, you know, the legs start to get heavy around 70 minutes. Of course, as a goalkeeper, I know that because I asked my teammates what it feels like.
Thank you for doing that reporting for us.
But from a goalkeeping standpoint, obviously at any altitude, the ball travels a little bit. You got to deal with crosses a little bit. Shots seem to get on you a little bit quicker. So you've got to deal with all those issues as well. Nice little ball out here by Brad Guzan to Pity Martinez.
As much of a mental game here, you think, as it is physical.
Yeah, and again, if you keep the ball, if you're not chasing all the time, if you're not going sideline to sideline, if you don't allow Club America just to knock it, you know, for 50, 60 minutes in front of your face and get the crowd involved in the game will become a little bit easier. But there's not going to be anything easy for Atlanta tonight. That man there, Pity Martinez, you saw two opportunities here with just him and Ezequiel Barco up top, and you may see a lot of those types of attacks, but they certainly have the wherewithal. And that's the type of ball in the altitude that on a night at Kennesaw or a night in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz, that ball looks a little bit different, and you'll have to start calculating as the game goes on to get those particular passes right.
Well, as Miguel Herrera saying we're going for the win, it was Frank de Boer saying, if I had to sign for a draw right now, I would say yes. You can't fault him after all we've just been talking about for the past few minutes.
Yeah, he's really not going out on a limb by saying that, by the way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But I understand what he's getting at. Yeah, there's no doubt. This is a talented side. They're especially talented at home. To be quite honest, when they went on the road the first game against Comunicaciones, they didn't look all that tight as a group, and they didn't find a rhythm in that game.
Barguin cuts in field. Maybe something building again for Club America. Dos Santos, did it take a deflection? It did, and it's out for a corner kick.
Dos Santos even more active in this game already than he was in the first, or the two legs against Comunicaciones, I should say. He really was not involved all that much. They really bottled him up in the midfield, but looks like he has a little more freedom. The deeper Atlanta drops those two lines, you're eventually going to have someone come and deal with him as he's dribbling at the top of the box. And as a goalkeeper here for Brad Guzan, these first couple of crosses. Now, Brad Guzan's been in this stadium. He's had good results against Mexico in this stadium. I recall the 1-1 in World Cup qualifying. I believe it was Michael Bradley.
Yeah. Ball sent in, quickly headed away.
So you just want to see the flight of the ball.
And their shot coming! Oh, what a strike! Club America 10 minutes in. It's Leonardo Suarez.
Boy, we were just talking about closing down Giovanni Dos Santos at the top of the box. This comes off a corner kick. Atlanta United doesn't get out far, and you're going to see a dip on this ball in the end. Leonardo Suarez, no one attacks him here. Boy, he's about 35 yards out, 30 to 35 yards, and he strikes this one with the laces through the center of it. And look, it's got a little dip right there at the end. Beats Brad Guzan. Nothing he can do about it. Boy, he's got top spin on it. Very difficult on the run. He takes it down. They don't get out to close him. They stop, and look at it dip. He tucks it inside that post. Put Club America up 1-0 early.
Boy, have we seen some incredible goals in the first 2 days of this quarterfinal round. Tied there yesterday for Montreal. Tonight, it's Leonardo Suarez. Just his second goal of this entire season for Club America, and it comes at a great time here early on in this quarterfinal. And now Atlanta United may be up against it. They've been defending a lot in the early going.
Oh, what a good goal that was. Good strike.
Barguin, he wants more for Club America. Suarez and the overlapping run. To the middle for Sanchez. He's maybe looking to tee one up. Instead, he'll slip it in, and it's 2 for Club America. Flag stays down, and Miguel Herrera loves it.
Boy, you wanted an early start here. You got one. Frank de Boer, no answers right now in Azteca, nor does his side have any answers here. It's been that space early on.
Looks like it was Henry Martin who gets the goal. Scored a big one over the weekend. Gets another one here today.
Henry Martin here finds some space in between two defenders. You see how spread out they are. Brooks Lennon all the way out to the right. Meza has to come across here. Perfect weight of the pass. Brad Guzan can't get there to close him down anymore, but a good run, good coordination by Club America. All of a sudden, if you're Atlanta, you're starting to think about your game plan and how you're going to approach this, because it's kind of tricky waters right here. You run the risk of playing yourself right out of the tie in the first half hour of this leg one.
Henry Martin in his 7th Champions League appearance, scoring his 4th goal. All 3 of his previous goals came in 2018. You could not have asked for a better start for Club America, and you really couldn't have asked for a worse start if you were Atlanta United.
And no doubt about it here. Not what Frank de Boer was looking for here. Again, this is a tough place to play, there's no doubt, but you've got to keep yourself compact.
Now Lennon for P.T. Martinez. You feel like he could have a big role. Atlanta United trying to get back in this match tonight. Lennon for Heinemann. Trying to play back for Heinemann. He goes down, and the referee waves it away.
Emerson Heinemann trying to draw a foul there. Give and go with Ezequiel Barco, and now here comes Club America. The long outlet pass.
Martin was up ahead. Now it's Dos Santos. Cutting in field. Ibargüen. Getting back to his right foot. Right through the legs of Mo Adams, and it trickles into the arms of Brad Guzan.
He's trying to get guys to step up. This Club America side's pushing this back 4 really, really deep out wide here. You mentioned Ibargüen a few times. The number 11 on the left wing. Been very dangerous. Have to settle down if you're Atlanta United. Try and get your foot on the ball a little bit. Try and take the air out of it.
P.T. Martinez. It's Barco to his left, nobody to his right. Heinemann is trailing. Barco wants to slow things up.
Can't help but think as they break out there, the vision in my mind of Joseph Martinez being ahead of them, making those runs off his shoulders, opening up space for the guys behind him. I know he's not there, but that's the movement that they're missing, that they've worked on for so many years with Joseph Martinez.
Club America, oh, they almost broke out. Mo Adams able to come away with it. Remedi, he'll take one from distance. This one clatters off of Aguilera. A life without Joseph Martinez. Not off to a great start for Atlanta United. They'll have to find a way back, but of course, two-legged tie. As here comes Club America again. Dos Santos! Oh, it was saved by Guzan, and Martin just couldn't clean it up.
How about that entry pass played in? Luis Fuentes threading the needle to find Dos Santos. He turns and runs at this back 4 once again. Dangerous moments living like this if you're Atlanta.
Here's Lorenowitz. Lennon will keep it in play, but he's fouled. They're going to say this goes to Club America.
Look at that ball played in here. Look at the turn by Dos Santos as he's running at this back four. And Henry Martin making that run, occupying Meza in the middle of the field. Almost pounces on this rebound. You see a little bit of a knuckle on that one. Guzan just getting two hands behind it.
America, a lot of possession here in the early going. As you said, you don't want to be chasing the ball in Estadio Azteca, but that's what Atlanta has been doing for pretty much 18 minutes now. Heavy challenge coming
tackle.
in. A free kick for Club America.
Well, this is a tough challenge here by Meza coming in from behind on Martin. We've seen cards for sure dished out for that before.
Meza making just his third start for Atlanta United tonight. Two previous coming in MLS. Played in Liga MX as well as some time in Chile and Argentina. The 29-year-old Argentine. Barguin able to send Brooks Lennon the other way. Sanchez keeps it moving. Jorge Sanchez now, a low drive taken by Guzan.
Well, no one closes down Sanchez here, the right back, as he's in that middle lane in the field, not out wide. And again, it's that area in front of this back four that's given Atlanta problems, allowing Club America to come up. You can see here how much space. Oh, here's the first goal. Leonardo Suarez. Everybody's stepping out in one line. No one really pressures the ball. They get to the top of the 18, and they give that man, Miguel El Piojo Herrera, something to cheer about.
He's not holding back.
Oh, no, he's not holding back. I mean, he's made it clear this is one of the best teams in the Americas, he said in his press conference yesterday. Well, they're proving it right now.
Once again, Atlanta under pressure as they look to find a lifeline. An away goal would be absolutely massive. They can get one tonight. All played through. This will roll all the way out for a goal kick. Well, you have to look at this as 180 minutes, but if you go 3-0 down if you're Atlanta United, that's some real trouble trying to go back home.
Yeah, and the problem there becomes you certainly don't want to be chasing the game right from the opening whistle when you're back home, because you know this Club America side, they'll sit back, they'll endure pressure, they really don't have to do much, and they have so many attacking players to beat you on a counterattack. They can go, they have players that, and I say this all the time, that can change games in moments, even when they're not playing well, even when the rhythm isn't perfect, even when things don't look like it's going right. You look at Ibargüen down this left-hand side, and he's come in for Miguel Herrera, and he's really, really active. Players like this that can dribble at you, break you down, and before you know it, you find the ball in the back of the net, and you're chasing it even more.
Long ball over the top. Walks will keep this in.
It was really well defended there, and that move that Giovanni Dos Santos tried to pull off almost happened. The ball was played 40, 45 yards, maybe even longer than that, and he tried to touch it around the defender on the first touch, and he got it there. As you mentioned, Walks gets his body between the ball and Dos Santos.
Two early goals for Club America. Have them out in front. Ball played into a wide position all the way to the end line. It was Walks once again there to head it away. Richard Sanchez comes away with it for Club America. The cross sent in. Meza was up for this time. Once again, it's kept in here by Club America. Appeal for penalty. Once again, John Pitti waves it away. It's out for a goal kick.
Well, Atlanta United doing a lot of defending. Crosses played in the box. That one I think the referee recognized. It's 2 or 3 yards over everybody. There was some contact for sure at the back post, but nobody really is getting to that one. From that angle it looks a little bit closer, but let's see, Mulraney there. Only one that was ever going to get to it at that back post, but a lot of opportunities for Club America players out wide to look up and try and pick out forwards making runs in the box.
You think playing those 3 center backs kind of opens up those areas on the outside?
Yeah, but you look at them here, they're really, I mean, they're lined up in 4, and oftentimes it's 6 across the back because they're getting pinned back so far.
Move for Barco. Hyman was making the run. It's still Ezequiel Barco going for goal. Good save coming from Jimenez.
Well, this is going to be Oscar Jimenez type of work where he doesn't do anything for 10, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden on a counter he's asked to do something here. Ezequiel Barco, I thought he was going to pull it back. He goes for the near post here. It's well closed down by Sanchez. You see Sanchez, there are 2 defenders cutting off that back post. The only place Barco could hit it is at that near post. Jimenez goes down, makes a play.
Ball sent in deep. Martin got his head to it. Barco again, sending in another cross, looking for Lorenowitz. He's cleared away. Maybe a chance to counter now for Club America.
There's numbers on the top of your screen here.
Here's Martin. And a big challenge coming in by Remedi. It's still on here for Club America. Dos Santos sending it high.
He had Ibargüen behind him. If he reads that play, he had Leonardo Suarez, that initial run all the way at the top of your screen. That was the top side of the box. Dos Santos 2 times now has decided he's going long. There's a tackle there. Martin actually looks like he kicks. No, he gets rolled up on his knee there by Remedi. That's a tough one. Hope he escapes this one. Yeah, this one will hurt here. As you saw in that replay, where his leg was planted and Remedi comes down on his knee.
Henry Martin so far this season in Liga MX, 24 appearances, 10 goals, including that game-tying goal in stoppage time against Pumas on Saturday. Another look at it. It's a heavy challenge by Remedi trying to break up that counterattack. For Dos Santos, send it into the stands. We'll see if he can continue as he is stretchered off. Scoring that goal in the 13th minute. Able to double Club America's lead after Leonardo Suarez scored just an incredible goal in the 11th minute. He gets taken off. Here's a look at his goal.
That's good coordination there. And look at the weight of that pass. All he has to do is turn around. Doesn't even have to touch it. It's rolling nicely for him. And the finished product to that far post. Very well done there by Club America.
John Pitti, quick conversation with Eric Remedi. So we get the ball rolling again as Atlanta trying to cut into this deficit, looking for that crucial away goal. Did not get off to a good start for Frank de Boer's side. Another long ball over the top. Pretty easy for Oscar Jimenez. Giovanni Dos Santos has been pulling the strings so far in the midfield for this Club America side. course, formerly with the LA Galaxy. It's taken away. It's Barco again. Trying to slip it in for Pity Martinez. Good defending there. It was Valdez tracking over the captain tonight.
Yeah, Bruno Valdez comes across here. Nice combination. Oh, Pity Martinez making the run. This is the end result as Valdez comes across, but Ezequiel Barco's been very active in the moments that he's been involved in the game. Now can Atlanta get him more involved in the game? It's all been on the counter. It's going to be him and Pity tonight.
Ball swung in towards that back post area. This is a little awkward there for the goalkeeper. It's kept in play. Heinemann now. And now Pity Martinez. Gets it on that left foot. Poked away. He's able to keep it. Now Mo Adams. Cutting in field. Some sustained possession now for Atlanta United. Deflected cross. Lorenowitz going to ground, looking to keep it alive, and he does. Martinez again. Now Lorenowitz. Barco. Pity Martinez trying to sneak one in the near post, and Jimenez was alert to it.
That's a good idea, as this was the initial corner kick here at the back post, and credit to Jimenez for staying, as it looked like it might have creeped in that inside post. It would have hit the post no matter where it's going to go after that, but he had to be alert. Looked like a simple ball as it went across that back post, but it was headed back across. He had to deal with it.
Now Fuentes leading the charge for Club America. Cycled all the way around for Suarez. Back heel. And the cross by Sanchez, well out of play.
It looked like he was in two minds when he was about to cross this. He lined up as if he was going to hit it with his laces and try and steer it on frame, and then at the last second tried to bend it really hard and got it all wrong.
Maybe trying for one of those Diego Rossi cross goals type of thing.
The Schross, as we call it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you ask him when it goes in, it's certainly always a shot.
It's always.
Never asked anyone, and they said it was a cross.
Of course, LAFC in action tomorrow against Cruz Azul. And actually, Club America will play Cruz Azul in league play over the weekend. A big match in between these two legs for Club America. Referee waving away that shout. This one will be whistled by John Pity. It's Rometti bringing it back to his feet.
Yeah, Martin just catches him there from behind. Looked like he was slipping and was trying to go into that tackle.
"30 minutes gone here from Estadio Azteca. Josh Eastern and Tony Miola tonight in Mexico City for Club America and Atlanta United. Long ball play down this left flank. Mulroney, a little shove in the back on Valdez.
Yeah, and Valdez knew exactly what he was doing here. Again, we're going to go back to the first goal here. Look at it come through a crowd. Screens Brad Guzan for just a split second, but I'm not quite sure he would have made the play anyway.
It's the dip on that strike. Just beautiful. With Ibargüen on this left flank. Created a lot from that spot so far tonight. Goal scorer Suarez. Luis Fuentes now teeing one up. And this one sailing out of play again.
Once again, I go back to closing players down in those areas. You can't allow players at this altitude We want to have a look at goal. You can't score great goals like that if you don't shoot, and that's why we're seeing it here, but you've got to close them down. What that does is expose you maybe a little bit behind you when you close it down. It opens up spaces, but they're not going to be able to survive very long if they allow shots in this stadium at this altitude from that distance continuously throughout 90 minutes.
Want that 2-0 advantage. Maybe players a little bit more willing to take those on. Cycles all the way around now for Mulroney, bringing it in on his right foot. A deflected shot. Oh, Lennon was almost there. Looks like a corner kick will be given for Atlanta United.
It was a good opportunity here. Mulroney, after the ball got circulated through the middle third from the right side to the left side, Mulroney cuts in on his defender here, and defended well by Jorge Sanchez.
Flags waving behind the goal. Corner sent in towards that back post again. It's headed away. Mo Adams looking to keep it alive. Instead, he sends this out for a throw-in.
And Pity Martinez thought that ball should have ended up at his feet there as Mo Adams comes across. It looked like a fairly easy touch to him, and he, at full speed, can't control it. Seems like Atlanta has settled into the game a little bit more here after giving up those 2 goals consecutively. Maybe got caught off guard after the first one and took their foot off the pedal a bit. Concentration level dropped, and before you know it, 2 minutes later, they're down 2 goals, but they seem to feel a little bit more comfortable, at least building through the middle third of the field, getting into the attack. But of course, you got to be wary. It's a Club America side that can score at any moment.
Of course, you had Pity Martinez and Barco. Looks like they're playing up top tonight for Atlanta, but it's how do you get them the ball? And it seems like the counterattack has been the best opportunity for them to make runs.
Yeah, and I think they came into the game probably expecting that the counterattack was going to be the best way to set themselves up. This is not a place you can go and just stretch yourself out. We keep talking about the altitude and the tough conditions to play here. And it's not a packed stadium, so you don't necessarily have to deal with that the entire night, but it's not going to be easy in that regard either.
Margwin chases this down in the corner. John Pity points for a corner kick. Brooks Lennon not pleased about the decision. See if Club America can take advantage of a set piece opportunity with 10 minutes to go until halftime. Richard Sanchez will stand over this, an in-swinger for Club America. Last 3 seasons with Olympia. Towards the penalty spot, it's headed on, and it's goal number 3 for Club America. The captain, Bruno Valdez.
Well, now you're in the danger zone if you're Atlanta here. Bruno Valdez comes flying through the box, unmarked. At the top of the box, gets to have a run at this one. And this is the trouble zone for Frank de Boer and this Atlanta United side. Credit to America taking advantage of some deficiencies in this defense right now. There's a little bit. It's Emerson Hyman at the top of the box. Looks like he has a hand on him here, and then by the time he gets to the ball, Lorenowitz tries to recover for Emerson Hyman, but Valdez, all he needed was a foot or 2 of space to get open. And he buries it nicely. 3-0, Club America.
Bruno Valdez wearing the captain's armband tonight without Paul Aguilar in the 18 for Club America. His 4th season. 134 appearances, his 20th goal for his club.
Boy, this is an interesting moment here for Frank de Boer, in my opinion. You're missing your superstar goal scorer. You know he's going to be out, so you got to deal with that. Now you go on the road to Club America. You want to be in this competition. They've spoken about how important this competition is. You go down 3-0. So you have to manage this game. You have to manage the mentality of the players, and eventually, you know, if something goes terribly wrong in this game where it becomes a blowout, now you're managing the mentality for the league as well, because you have a bunch of players that are thinking about the result, maybe in a more negative form in their mindset than they were coming into this. The Club America side's not going to take their foot off the pedal. They can sense it right now that they can put this tie to rest here over the next 50 minutes or so.
Martin, oh, that's a beautiful chip for Dos Santos, who was in an offside position. Suzanne made the save anyway. I think Atlanta United glad to see the flag go up on the far side. Atlanta United, their next match over the weekend in league play in Sporting Kansas City. Alan Pulido, who's been in fine form for SKC in the opening few matches, will meet this Atlanta United side. So a lot to balance, as you mentioned, for Frank de Boer. Is there a certain point where you almost pull attack and just try to defend and hunker in?
Well, it depends on how you want to manage the competition. I mean, they've said how important this is. I don't know with 50 minutes to go here, 50 plus minutes to go, that you can just sit in against this side. For the most part, they've done that and gotten picked apart here. Again, it's that area in front of this back four. They've got everybody in the box right now. Look at all that space by the referee right now. And that's been the area that's really killed them. I mean, right now, they're just chasing the ball. It's Club America just playing sort of a 5v2 type style here, picking and probing where they want to go.
Fuentes sending this one in. Looks like he'll chase this down and keep it alive for Club America. That plus 30 goal differential in the last 14 home matches in this competition for Club America. Just a pretty brutal place to come and play for away sides. Atlanta United getting that treatment here tonight. Sanchez over the top. Tino will run into this, trying to make the turn, and he does. The cross coming all the way through. Nearly got there. Looked like it was Mulraney tracking over to knock it away.
And this all started because Anton walks on that backside of the defense, doesn't hold the line with the players and run over the top. If he's in line with the guys in front of him, this play never really happens. So he kept the runner, Henry Martin, onside.
Runowitz hit the turf. Martin said he got the ball, but John Pinty said he pushed him in the back. Approaching halftime, it'll be an interesting team talk for Frank de Boer and Atlanta United. Trying to keep a sliver of hope alive. An away goal could prove to be very big going back home to Kennesaw next week. Few opportunities, some corner kicks, but nothing doing yet for Atlanta United in the attack. Barguin. Foul there as John Pitti going to his pocket, and he will. Mulraney into the book here in the 42nd minute.
Yeah, I think the referee's looking at this one, and it was play's already gone. You know where the ball's going. You're behind the player with the ball. You go through him here. I think it's the right call from the referee. Maybe a little bit of frustration from Jake Mulroney there. I'm sure it's felt like they've been chasing the ball quite a bit in this game. There's been a few counterattacks that have looked promising for Atlanta United. Of course, if they're going to stay in this tie, they can't give up any more goals.
It's also a Club America side that's never lost in the quarterfinal round. 5-0-1. To the early return said they're not going to lose again this year. Of course, still 3/4 of this two-legged tie to go.
The key is just to give yourself a chance right now if you're Atlanta. Okay, you're down 3-0. This can't become 4-5 because obviously it's over from there. If you can squeeze a goal here on the road, that would be massive. But again, it's about trying to stop this attack-minded Club America side.
Here comes Club America again. Just methodically probing this midfield of Atlanta United. Richard Sanchez. Now it's Suarez on that right side. Seems like this has been most of the first half as Club America passing around in this area of the field. Now Fuentes, kind of back for Ibargüen. For an avenue forward. Instead, they'll send it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Oscar Jimenez. Approaching stoppage time here in this quarterfinal first leg. 3-0 to Club America. A dominating first half performance from the home side.
Trying to think if you're Frank de Boer, what the speech is at halftime. It'll have to be something tactical. Maybe play with one forward instead of two, make it a 4-5-1, and then go on the counter from there. There's just a lot of space in the midfield to play through.
Suarez rotating it around for Ibargüen. Back for Suarez, looking to tee one up. Remedi able to slide in as we get into 1 minute additional stoppage time.
See the corner kick come in, good corner kick, good elevation. Lorenowicz trying to recover.
It's been that kind of night.
Yeah, makes no mistake about it.
Barco goes down, and he is still down. Slowly, it looked like getting back to his feet. If you're Miguel Herrera, just same in the second half.
Yeah, there's not much you can change here. You've dominated the game. You're up 3-0. I think the one message you probably would give him, let's be alert on the counterattack. It's the one place these two players in Barco and Pity Martinez can really hurt you. There has been glimpses from those two players that there is an opportunity, but other than that, I wouldn't really change all that much.
Well, there's the final whistle this first 45 minutes, and a 45 minutes to forget for Atlanta United, but for Club America, 3 goals coming very fast for the home side tonight. Suarez, Martin, and Valdez on the score sheet tonight. 45 minutes down, 45 to go. It's Club America 3, Atlanta United 0.
por fin podrá taparse el tatuaje con el nombre de su ex, usando la bonificación que recibía en su tarjeta de crédito Scotiabank sin anualidad por cambiar su nómina.
Un cambio siempre es bueno. Scotiabank, tú decides, nosotros te asesoramos. Consulta términos, condiciones, comisiones y requisitos de contratación en scotiabank.com.mx/cambio.
Señoras y señores, el vuelo del águila. Fuerte el aplauso para Celeste. Recuerda que hoy aquí todos somos águilas. Vas volando como balón con el viento, cuando domina en el tiempo, con tu gesta inmortal. Para las últimas noticias, estadísticas del partido y lo más destacado, visita la página oficial concachampionsleague.com. Sigue toda la acción del torneo en las redes sociales oficiales de CONCACAF de Twitter, @TheChampions, y también en el Facebook, @CONCACAFChampions.
Y en otras noticias, Gerardo por fin podrá taparse el tatuaje con el nombre de su ex, usando la bonificación que recibía en su tarjeta de crédito Scotiabank sin anualidad por cambiar su nómina.
Un cambio siempre es bueno. Scotiabank, tú decides, nosotros te asesoramos. Consulta términos, condiciones, comisiones y requisitos de contratación en scotiabank.com.mx/cambio.
Highlights from the first 45 minutes between Atlanta United and Club America. Atlanta United was coming in. They knew they would be without Josef Martinez, as they will for the rest of the season, but I don't think they expected what was going to happen shortly after the opening kickoff. These Atlanta United fans that made the trip down, pretty disappointed in the first 45 minutes, but it was Club America just jumping all over the MLS side tonight.
Yeah, early on. They knew it was going to be difficult. They knew it was going to be a tough place to play. The one thing you wanted to do is get off to a good start, like you said here, but the only team that did that was Club America. Leonardo Suarez here in the 11th minute buries this one from distance past Brad Guzan. You can see all the traffic in front of him there, and kisses it on the inside of the post and puts his side up 1-0 here. And at this point, you're thinking, if you're Atlanta, I got to stay in the game right now. I can't let them come right back at you. And then 2 minutes later, there's a good ball played in and a really good finish by Henry Martin here as he comes off the shoulder of this back four here, beats Meza around the corner, beats Brad Guzan to that far post, and they're up 2-0.
And that would just be the start of things. Miguel Herrera, of course, loving it on the sideline for Club America. And they would continue to come forward. This time, Giovanni Dos Santos pushing it towards goal, and Brad Guzan was there to make a big save.
You can see there wasn't much of a rotation, and this is Eric Rametti rolling up on the leg of Henry Martin there. Luckily, he was able to survive that one. This was one of the opportunities that almost found the back of the net here off a corner kick and came off Martin there. Jimenez really alert at that back post, and this for me is a little bit of a backbreaker here. Emerson Hyman loses his mark. Bruno Valdez, the captain, finds an inch of space. Lorenowicz tries to cover. Nothing Brad Guzan could do. Puts them up 3-0. And really at this point, they were in a lot of danger Josh, of this one being a blowout.
Well, it's 3-0 as we speak. Of course, if Atlanta United can get an away goal, it would be absolutely massive going into the second leg next week. But right now, Club America all over this Atlanta United side. And we'll see what this second half brings. Is there a lifeline, at least tonight, for Atlanta United as we take a look at the first half stats? In the first 45 minutes, as we expected, all of the possession and really everything in favor of Club America.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The numbers here, I'm not huge on possession numbers all the time, but I think this one really tells the story of how this first half went.
Well, 45 minutes have been played, and there's still about 3/4 of this two-legged tie to go. 45 more minutes tonight from Estadio Azteca. They're coming up shortly.
Señoras y señores, música maestro, disfrutar de la magia y el ritmo de la venga, venga. A disfrutar. A disfrutar, señoras y señores. Esta noche huele a gol. Y nos vamos preparando con el ritmo de la Concacaf para recibir en su regreso al campo a las Águilas del América.
Well, plenty more coming up in this 2020 Concacaf Champions League. The quarterfinals will roll on tomorrow in Los Angeles. LAFC trying to follow up that incredible performance against Club Leon in the round of 16. They will take on Cruz Azul in a big two-legged tie for both of these sides as they look to get into the semifinals. Of course, will be the winner of those teams against the winner of the teams we're seeing tonight. As we get set for the second half, Josh Eastern alongside U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer Tony Miola. Well, Miguel Herrera has to be pleased with that first 45 minutes. And as for Frank de Boer of Atlanta United, I'm sure it was a spirited team talk as they try to find a lifeline back into this two-legged tie here in tonight's first leg. It's 3-0 to Club America. Looking at this second half, what are you expecting out of Atlanta United?
Well, the first thing I'll look at is maybe if Frank de Boer decided to make a tactical change and go with 5 in the midfield. That seems like the most logical thing to do. Of course, we saw this 4-4-2. They've set up in a counter-attacking mode, which is no surprise coming into this one, but he'll have to make some type of change here. As what happened in the first half really just did not work for them. As I mentioned just before the break, there were some opportunities, there were some flashes, but not nearly enough.
It looks like it will be Rosetto to come on for Atlanta United. One of those changes, a new signing from Brazil, and it looks like it's Eric Remedi who will be replaced. The 24-year-old Argentine out after one half in favor of the Brazilian. 23 years old, he made his MLS debut as a substitute against Cincinnati over the weekend. That 2-1 win for Atlanta United.
Could this now be going to a 4-3-3 instead? Maybe 2 forwards with Barco doing that work underneath and maybe rotating with Pity Martinez, so there's some options here. Certainly not a defensive sub for Frank de Boer, looking to go after it with an away goal. The thing you want to be fearful of is opening yourself up too much, spreading yourself too thin here against, as we've seen, a very talented Miguel Herrera's Club America side.
We'll see what the changes are as this second half gets underway. Just waiting on the whistle of John Pitti, tonight's referee. Can Club America tack on another one and potentially put this quarterfinal to rest here tonight, or can Atlanta United find a lifeline? Rosetto stands over it, and here we go. 45 more minutes tonight from Estadio Azteca, and immediately, that's 4 seconds in, it's Pity Martinez who is fouled. And I think that's a first positive movement there for Atlanta, going straight forward.
I'll put it down quickly here and try and get it in play with a few numbers forward.
It's Remedi off. It's Rosetto who's on. He gets it right back from Pity Martinez. Another ball sent in for Martinez. His shot blocked away. It's a positive first 30 seconds, though, for Atlanta United.
Yeah, Bright shows a little bit of intention, that's for sure. They're not going to sit back and just endure pressure. Remedi will play in behind the same spot that, Rosetto will play in behind the same spot Remedi was in.
It's going to be a handball against Mo Adams as he tried to run away. A free kick coming for Club America. Another chance to whip in a ball. Already one set piece goal tonight for Club America. And we'll see if they can do the same here for this opportunity. A 3-0 advantage.
Yeah, bringing on Rosetta in the middle of the field. He'll offer a little bit more possession, but more in going forward, where Remedi is a guy that will break things up in the midfield.
Should I be talking over this? Well, these fans have to be loving it for Club America. This 3-0 advantage here in this first half. As we get into this second half now, Atlanta United really up against it. Of course, without Joseph Martinez after his injury against Nashville in the MLS season opener.
It's a really good challenge here for Frank de Boer's side. He'll get a real idea of what his team is made of, and regardless of the result, he'll look at the fight in his players, and he's gotten some good responses early on in the season from this group, where last year early on they were a little bit unsure in how they wanted to approach the season. He made a tactical change about 4 or 5 games in to go to 3 in the back, which seemed like it suited that group better. They've grown into it a little bit. They seem comfortable this season, this offseason. No issues with Frank de Boer and the way he wanted to approach things. They have a better understanding as a group.
There was a little bit of a turbulent beginning there for Frank de Boer in Atlanta, but seemed to smooth things out and able to bring home a couple pieces of hardware. The Campeones Cup against this Club America side, a 3-2 win last August, along with the U.S. Open Cup, which got them into this competition. Their second time. They were eliminated 3-1 on aggregate in the quarterfinals last year by Monterrey. And of course, for Club America, their 5th appearance in Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. Made to the semifinals in 2018. We're losing out to Toronto. Of course, they were the champions in 2014, 2015 as well. We'll see if Atlanta United can get back into this match here tonight. If they can just grab an away goal, it could be absolutely massive going back to Kennesaw next week.
Yeah, that would absolutely change the face of this whole thing. There's no doubt about it. Give them something to get excited about.
A free kick here for Atlanta United now. John Pinty will make sure everybody's in order before this is taken. Marco and Martinez standing over it.
I think with this altitude, there's a good opportunity to put it on frame here. There's also a lot of space in behind these 4 or 5 marks. John Pitti, the Panamanian referee, having a conversation with Bruno Valdez, the captain.
Be the left foot of Martinez or the right foot of Barco. Looks like it will be Barco, and he hits the wall. The wall does its job there for Club America. I feel like those are situations you have to take advantage of if you're Atlanta United. That may be a chance to get out and run. Oh, Adams there, able to knock it back for Guzan.
Yeah, especially when you've got those runners in the box. You got to be really certain you're going to get it up and over the wall and maybe get a rebound out of it, give the goalkeeper some work to do. You've got guys running in the boxes. There's a player down here, and they'll stop this play. This happened early in the clearance. One thing you don't want is for it to hit the wall, and now you're going back and you're defending a counter.
And you're expending all that energy trying to sprint back the other way.
Well, if you're a defender, you send your 2 center backs forward and they run 80, 90 yards up the field, and all of a sudden the ball doesn't get served in. You You got to
We're
run all the
going
way back.
Yeah.
And, of course, as I mentioned earlier, how do I know that? Because I've asked my center backs as they were running back.
We'll see in these next 20 or so minutes
I
how
always-
this altitude affects this side.
Josh, I always thought if you have plans on shooting, why send the center backs all the way up the field? Look, everyone knows you're going to shoot anyway. So deal with that. Have you and the goalkeeper deal with it.
Well, the wall is set up there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course, someone will say, well, you're playing your cards at that point. I understand, but you already know you're going to shoot it on frame anyway. You can put other guys in the box.
Rainey almost played in there. Instead, it's out for a throw-in. Much more positive start to this second half for Atlanta United. It's Martinez. He makes something happen. Locked away. Another throw-in. Do you like the move of Frank de Boer putting on Rossetto? It seems like a more natural number 9.
Yeah, he's obviously more of an attacking-minded player than Remedi is, and you see some work right here in the midfield. Frank de Boer not happy with the calls. He thought Rossetto had done some good work to get back and defend Leonardo Suarez. Yeah, it shows me some intent from Frank de Boer. I get a clear idea that he still thinks he can go get a goal on the road. Yeah, at the moment, at 3-0 down, if you're talking about ideal situations based on the way the game's played out, you get a goal on the road here and kind of try and lock it up at 3-1. That would be, I think at this moment, if you sold that to Atlanta United, well, good ball here.
And it was Jimenez alert to that coming off his line. Barco now. Can he make something happen? Martinez, he'll take one on. He skies it. Another chance goes begging for Atlanta.
Oh, what a great play by Zico Barco to pick up the second ball. Pity Martinez makes the exact move he needed to make to get it on that left foot at the top of the box. Had an awful lot of space to look at. He also has Emerson Hyman making a run here. There's the quick ball. You see Hyman here at the bottom of your screen. He's got that ball to play as well, but I'm okay with the shot. He just doesn't get it right. He knows that that's a pretty good opportunity for Atlanta United here. Maybe something to build some confidence with going forward. Ezequiel Barco, for me, has been the best player in the field for Atlanta United tonight.
Here they come again through Barco. Now Martinez swings it out to that right-hand side. It's Lennon. Runowitz going to tee up across. Rossetto was there. He looks to be hobbled maybe by something as the shot comes on. It's saved by Jimenez. And Rossetto looks to be in a little bit of pain as he hobbles back. Halftime substitute.
That's really the first time there's been 2 or 3 opportunities on the press. They win the ball back. Atlanta United ends up with that eventual shot from Ezequiel Barco. As Rossetto seems to still be trying to jog off whatever happened in the box on that challenge.
Sent back to Guzan. Pressure being shown by Club America. Rossetto really looks to be laboring now.
And didn't get into that aerial duel as he looks like he's made that universal sign for change right there.
It's after about 10 minutes on. He is really not feeling it.
Yep, he's going to have to come off here, it looks like. That's too bad.
If you're looking for a like-for-like now for him, you have J.J. Williams, who's recently acquired from Columbus. He spent time in the USL Championship with Birmingham Legion. Might he be called on? And really one of his first appearances in the 18 for Atlanta United.
When you saw right away, he made that first decisive move there. Pulled up and winced in pain and looked over to the sideline, made the sign to change.
maybe going from bad to worse for Atlanta United, having to sub off your new signings and a halftime substitute as well.
Well, that's not the foul. That's after the foul there. The last action for Mateus Rossetto. You can see the frustration.
We'll see who it's going to be. Manuel Castro is also expected to play about 30 minutes tonight. New signing from Uruguay.
He would probably be the suggestion here.
Looks like there will also be a sub from Club America at the same time. So it looks like Sebastian Cordova will come on. Ibargüen will make way. Two subs happening now for both sides. So Cordova will come on here in the 58th minute. Good night for Ibargüen. Cordova, the 22-year-old Mexican, second season with Club America.
And Cordova is a wide left player, so this is a like for like we're seeing here.
It's Manuel Castro who is on officially now for Atlanta United.
Good to see him here. Looks like he's going right in that number 9 position. Likely will move Ezequiel Barco and Pity Martinez underneath him, or just Barco underneath him. That role that Rossetto came into play.
Here comes Atlanta. It's Barco again. Wide for Pity Martinez. An appeal for handball. Nothing coming from John Pity. Cordova, 25 appearances, 3 goals in Liga MX play this season. 3 career Champions League appearances coming into this match tonight, while Castro, he's on loan from Estudiantes in Argentina with an opportunity to extend that loan for Atlanta United. Frank de Boer thought he'd get about 30 minutes tonight. That's what he's going to get. Here's Mulroney. Mulroney, his cross blocked away. Sanchez, a really good job to keep this alive.
Yeah, that's very good defending by Sanchez there. Didn't go for any of the fakes Mulroney was dishing out there.
Atlanta trying to keep it alive. Mo Adams, and he's fouled.
No doubt more spirit and more fight in this Atlanta side. I'm sure that's what Frank de Boer wanted coming out of the dressing room. We thought he had played his card there with Rossetto coming in. Unfortunately, he gets injured. Now we've got Manuel Castro. Looks like he is in that number 9 position with Pity Martinez up top. Ezequiel Barco running underneath the 2 of them.
Dos Santos over the top, looking for Martin. There's Guzan there for Atlanta.
Nice turn by Barco.
He's really showing his quality tonight. Cáceres stepping in. John Pity saying you clipped him. That's a foul right at the hour mark and quickly put back in play. It's Pity Martinez. He's trying to find Barco. Castro sprinting after the ball. He was able to win it back here at the back now for Atlanta. Meza trying to distribute wide right there by Pity Martinez. And it's intercepted again. Cordova trying to get involved. Meza cuts it off. Hindman now. Said his name all too much tonight. Pity Martinez. Barco. Here's Emerson Heineman. Trying to play it in for Lennon. No nonsense defending by Fuentes, out for a corner kick.
What a good idea by Barco there. Almost pulls that pass off, but does earn a corner kick. Nice diagonal run in behind the left back by Brooks Lennon.
Couple of the center backs coming up for Atlanta United. They make it worth it. Heineman towards the back post. Martin was there, and a foul will go against Atlanta. Miguel Herrera pondering what to do with this final half hour. Of course, his club in a great position, up 3-0. Maybe a slight eye on Sunday against Cruz Azul, a big match in league play coming up. This Club America side.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch for sure. Cruz Azul in first place in the league. Leon in second, followed by this Club America side.
Of course, Cruz Azul in action tomorrow night in Los Angeles. LAFC, Bank of California Stadium. That should be a fun one for that return leg next week here in Estadio Azteca. Mo Adams not on the same page. There is Castro. Now at Club America coming forward with numbers. Suarez standing up towards the back post. Cordova, it's blocked. And all the way out of play. Boy, that would have been a spectacular goal there for America.
Yeah, that came by a poor giveaway. Just crossing midfield, and two passes later, Cordova has a volley at the back post. Got all of it. Looked like Meza was the one who blocked it.
Pity Martinez trying to make some magic happen. He's tripped up. Looks like a yellow card will be issued as well. Bruno Valdez seeing his name taken. Another look at it here.
Yeah, Valdez here doesn't catch much of Pity Martinez. Pity Martinez knows he's just got to make a little contact. He's not going to get to the ball, and because it was a threat going forward, that's why you see the yellow card, not necessarily for how hard the foul was.
Here comes Club America again. Cross coming, and Walks just has to put this out. Another dangerous counterattack there by Club America. Another corner kick for the home side.
And good disciplined defending at the back post by Walks. I always think this is the toughest thing for fullbacks, is that weak side defending, because you've got the attacking player on your back, and here's the Cordova volley. And it was Meza who gets in front of it here, and it looked like, you can see from that angle there, I don't know if it was going in, but Brad Guzan, it wasn't going towards him.
Club America make this corner kick worth it here. About 25 minutes left to go. 4-0. Really make it trouble for Atlanta. Ball sent in. Club America asking for another corner kick. Instead, it's out for a goal kick.
When Henry Martin gets on the end of, but he's going backwards, and tough to get power on that one, as we're going to see Adam John come in the game here.
It's Mulroney who will come off, the 23-year-old. And it's Adam John who comes on for 100 appearances in MLS with Columbus and San Jose, but last season with Phoenix Rising in the USL Championship. So he gets about 25 minutes, and the intent by Frank de Boer, we now clearly understand that they are going for a goal here tonight, as they should.
They think that they can get a goal here, and that's going to change this tie and away goal. Trying to chase 3 at home, no doubt it's going to be difficult. The other thing Adam John will give you is a bit of an aerial threat. If you get some restarts around the box. I'd be very surprised if he's not the target. He'll give you a really good work rate.
We'll see what he can provide at the top of this formation for Atlanta United. A big 25 minutes, really their season upcoming. Here's Barco for Martinez. John is in the middle. Castro's at the back post. Martinez! Oh, it's saved by Jimenez. A great save. And it's put out for a corner kick.
Still one of the toughest things for goalkeepers when you're not really all that involved in the game. Pity Martinez gets all of this as he cuts across the face of the defense. You can see some bodies in front of him. Anytime he comes behind a defender, the goalkeeper loses sight for a split second. Jimenez was sharp there.
Martinez will play this short. Their ball whipped in. Didn't get by the first man, Sanchez. Here's Castro. His Atlanta debut, trying to get it back. Now it's Cordova. Chance to get out on the counterattack. It's Suarez. Barco able to just slide in and win it back. And is he fouled? He is. Giovanni Dos Santos commits the infraction.
Wow, what great work by Ezequiel Barco here. Tracking back, making the steal, and drawing a foul here. It's been a much better run here this second half for Atlanta United.
Kind of asked the question, where was that in the first half? But Club America really came out and punched them.
They certainly suffocated Atlanta in the way they got at them in the attack.
Santos, as Sanchez continues his run. Lennon able to slide in and knock it away. Here's Cordova. No Adams sliding in. Chance maybe to counter. Adam John is up ahead. It's Pity Martinez. Able to just slip it away for Castro, who keeps it alive for Atlanta. Lennon running at Fuentes. Trying to turn that corner. Does get the cross away. This one just hits the top of the net, but it maybe took a deflection. It did. It's out for a corner kick.
Well, Brooks Lennon had no real other option to connect with anyone as he was 1 against 3, and it was a really nice job here of earning a corner kick.
Go, Atlanta United, another set piece. This one sent in towards the back post. Hindman back into the middle. Towards the top, it's Barco. He brings it down. His shot takes a deflection. Jimenez trying to keep it in play. It's out for another corner kick. Some extracurriculars going on. Jimenez and Barco. Like a sub was ready with 20 minutes to go for Club America. The NFL did take place on this field earlier this year.
That's
more
WWE than NFL, that one.
Sure. Barco in the middle, it's popped up. Jimenez is there to take it. Distributes quickly. Taken right back by Castro. Sliding in is Castro, a handball. Thought he was able to swipe one away there.
Well, no doubt, better spirit here from Frank de Boer's side in the second half. You see the handball with his left hand. I don't think he knew much about it, but Frank de Boer will be happier with this effort. Of course, it comes at 3-0 down, but they're giving themselves an opportunity here.
Federico Viñas will come on, 21-year-old from Uruguay. It will be Giovanni Dos Santos to make way. A really good night for Dos Santos, pulling the strings in the midfield.
Yeah, he was bright tonight, and I mentioned early in the telecast that against Comunicaciones, he really wasn't all that involved.
The ball sent in towards the back post. Suarez trying to keep this in play. Out for another goal kick.
Viñas played as the sole number 9 against Comunicaciones. Was substituted at halftime.
2 appearances in his career in Champions League play. His first season with Club America. 8 goals in league play. Now Barco. Time starting to run out here on Atlanta United. Just over a quarter of an hour. Martinez pushed from behind. Play this quickly, a little too tall for Heinemann. Here's Suarez. His cross. In the middle, there was nobody there. America able to keep it. Only for the moment, though. Pity Martinez. Here's Barco. Some room to run right up the middle. An option ahead is Adam Jean. Barco will look to take this himself. Jean's still in the middle. He's all alone. Barco couldn't get it to him. He'll take one on. Oh, it might have taken a slight deflection.
Little deflection, yeah.
Jimenez, though, able to cover it.
And cleanly holds on to him as Adam John was making a run in the box for any kind of rebound at all. But again, I go back to Barco. Yeah, there you see the deflection. It looked like off of Valdez.
It'd be scary for a goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was Aguilera that it came off of. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Suarez again scored that worldy of a goal in the 11th minute that got Club America going. Club America on the attack again. Sanchez going down. It's not what you want to do if you're Atlanta United. A free kick in a dangerous position for the home side.
And they started with good hold-up play by Federico Viñas, the 21-year-old Uruguayan substitute that came in the game, and that's the end result there. Richard Sanchez drawing a foul at the top of the box.
This be a crucial moment in this tie. Guzan will assemble the wall. See what Miguel Herrera wants to happen here. It's Aguilera.
That's a great view here. The near post for Brad Guzan. You'll want 2 men outside, or at least a man and a half outside that wall when you set it up. So it can't get bent around the wall. Then you're just hoping the wall does its job. And of course, with the new rule, you've got to be a distance away.
Suarez, and it's Aguilera standing over it. It will be Suarez. The wall does its job on the follow. It does it again. It's still alive for Club American. Appeal for handball. It's waved away. Boy, that was close.
Yep, this one is close. He's saying the arm was by the body. I'm not quite sure, but Atlanta United will take it. It was Adam John coming off the wall here. You said it. Does the job one time, does the second time. Yeah, it is by his arm. They hit the top part of his arm, not the bottom part.
Barco trying to slip it in for Castro. Barco slides by. Caceres now right through the middle.
There's no denying Barco's work rate tonight, that's for sure. There's also no denying that Jorge Sanchez had Barco do a flyby on that move.
Cordova can't keep it in. A throw in for Atlanta. Another look at this beautiful move. Whoop! See ya.
Right by him.
Close there at the back. Atlanta able to escape. Heineman trying to find Pity Martinez. It's taken away. Cordova. Option in the middle is Viñas. This one's blocked away. There's Martin in there as well. Chase this down in the corner. Suarez not able to beat the ball there. Frank DeBoer's thrown everything he possibly could at this game in the second half. So far, a big goose egg on their side of the scoreboard. Rosetto, the halftime substitute who couldn't even make it through about 10 minutes before going down. He was then subbed off for Manuel Castro, who's making his debut for Atlanta tonight. And then Adam John was put on a few minutes later. Pity Martinez losing his footing. Mo Adams losing possession. Pity blowing his whistle.
He's calling a handball here, yeah. And Jorge Sanchez is bounced up.
Atlanta will take that. See if they can make it worth it here. Martinez for Barco. Heineman. That nearly gives it away. Looks like that's Martinez who's belly down on the turf.
Yeah,
as play continues.
Pity Martinez has not had a great night for Atlanta here. Been a little bit sloppy.
Castro trying to cut infield. He'll take a shot on. Pretty straightforward save for Oscar Jimenez.
There's been a lot of these half chances in the second half for Atlanta United. Can they sneak one here in the next 10 minutes or so?
Minutes to go. Suarez trying to find a fourth goal tonight for Club America. Sanchez is in a wide position. Out to his left foot. It's headed away as far as Cordova teeing one up. Brooks Lennon was there to put it out. Corner kick up coming for Club America.
Brad Guzan looking for a handball there at the back post on the cross. Brooks Lennon with the clearance, then the block.
Richard Sanchez, who stands over this corner kick. An in-swinger in for Club America. Here's the penalty spot. Oh, Adams trying to knock it away, and he does. Pity Martinez on the turn, another giveaway.
It's just not been a great night for Pity Martinez, and in a moment where they needed him there once again to turn. It looked like he was trying to play Barco over the top, and he mishits it. But this is that moment in the game when the legs get heavy, the lungs feel like they're all filled up.
To distribute wide, it's Cordova. A couple of options in the middle. Viñas continuing his run. Looking for Uruguayan. Fall for Sanchez. He keeps it alive. Suarez. Whipping one in towards the back post. Larenowitz. The crucial touch. You might say America more poised to find their fourth than Atlanta their first.
It's not been a terrible second half here, but of course, given the result, America will play it a little bit differently. There are all these chances at the top of the box for Atlanta United. Haven't been able to steer one in the back of the net, obviously, but there's been some moments where you thought, okay, this might be an opportunity.
Martinez trying to slip it in for Castro. Seems like he's forcing the issue just a little bit too much.
Bruno Valdez has been very good tonight for Club America.
There's Walks. Slipping it in, Adam John in on goal, he goes down. And this one's put out for a corner kick. Well, it seemed like it opened up there for Adam John.
I think the first touch gets away from him here, because what a nifty little move. And this first touch needed, he didn't even touch it there, needed to be cleaner before. And we'll see it here. Yeah, there's not much in there. There's a little bit of a bump by Bruno Valdez. Of course, you would expect that. They're not just going to let you cruise into your box. Adam John, I think, just missed the first touch.
Martinez will take this. It's an outswinger. It's the back post. Back into the middle, and Cordova there to clear it. Barco continuing his good night for Atlanta. He goes down. The AR puts the flag up. John Pitti was going to let that go on. He will award the free kick.
It's a good opportunity here for maybe a Pity Martinez in-swinger, some type of deflection, make the goalkeeper make decisions. Barco here cutting back and recognizes the pressure. Cáceres is coming by, draws the foul.
Find a late goal, and a big away goal it would be. Of course it is Pity Martinez.
Boy, is there room at the top of the box right here to roll one to Zico Barco. Look how deep Club America is, with two players manning the post here as well. Now Barco is covered here.
Martinez! Oh, it hit the crossbar!
Oh, wow.
Oh, it hit the crossbar twice, it looked like, and it stays out. It's that kind of night, it seems, for Atlanta United, but what an attempt. And now maybe something on for Club America. Richard Sanchez. The cross, looking for Martin, and Guzan there to cover it.
Well, how close was that by Pity Martinez? Hit it with pace, hit it with power. Did everything but find the back of the net. Oscar Jimenez knew nothing about it.
Here's Hindman. Marco making that overlapping run. Now it's Martinez. Trying to tee one up again. Just couldn't quite get it back. It's been that kind of night for Atlanta United. Now it's Castro. Some room to run. As he plays it out wide for Hindman. It's by the first defender. Adam John couldn't win it back. Lorenowitz still working hard. Martinez gets it right back. Able to get around a defender. Pity Martinez still in there. Oh, and it's finally won back. Cáceres. Martinez goes down to the turf.
He did all the hard work on that play. Now he needed to find a runner, pick someone out in the box.
Another look at this.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, it looks like it hit the crossbar. Then.
Is that a double doink?
Yeah, then the far post here. There's one, there's two. Wow.
I mean, how often do you see that? I mean, it doesn't happen that often.
I think that's the first time I've seen that. Not even quite sure how that happens.
Looks like one final substitution will come on tonight for Club America. Looks like it's Cáceres to come off. What was that last build-up by Atlanta?
Good cut there by Martinez, and there's flyby by Valdez, and he's looking in the box. Well, it's just kind of been that kind of second half here.
It's Fernando Gonzalez to come on. It will be Santiago Cáceres to come off. The 26-year-old Mexican comes out in his first season with Club America. He's on the bench in both of the round of 16 legs. Makes his first Champions League appearance here tonight. It's about 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Trying to slide it in, Hindman. The first touch by Gonzalez is put out for a throw-in. See how much stoppage time we get. Can Atlanta find that crucial goal? John, Castro keep this in? The answer is no.
Well, from Frank de Boer's standpoint, did he find something in the second half tactically that he could use a week from now when they head over to Kennesaw and try and get this thing done? And I'm sure it'll take an early goal to put this America side under a little bit of pressure. You never know what could happen. We saw LAFC being down 2-0 to Lyon and what they could do when you put them under pressure. I understand this is a different situation, a different team. They have the wherewithal. But boy, if they built themselves a mountain to climb here in Leg 2.
How much experimenting do you think Frank de Boer will have to do to try to find that right formula without Joseph Martinez?
Yeah, at this point, quite a bit. You know, I'm sure they've settled into, in their mind, a few formations they think might work. A few different sets of personnel, but you're not going to replace them like for like.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's and they've probably gotten over that idea and that notion. That doesn't mean you can't compete. You just have to do it a different way. He's a big miss, and no one will argue that. Martinez will have to play better in Leg 2 than he's been in this first leg here. Ezequiel Barco's going to have to keep the intensity that he played with this game. From an America side, you're going in there with a 3-goal cushion, but certainly you don't want to just sit back and endure and think that you're not going to have to attack. Of course, you bury one next week and you get that away goal, then you can put it to bed, but still a very talented Atlanta side. It'll be interesting next week to see how both sides approach it.
Pity Martinez, still an opportunity, goes for goal, it's off the crossbar again.
Pity Martinez is not going to sleep tonight. I'm convinced.
Twice in about 3 minutes.
Boy, that one off the crossbar here, he sizzles this one. Look, there's not a full rotation. There's not a half a rotation on that shot before it hits the crossbar. Jimenez made a pretty good go at it. But man, did he hit that with some pace and some power.
Club America will extend their record to 3-1-3 against MLS sides in this competition. Their only loss in the semi-final round against Toronto in 2018. Of course, their record at home will move to 12-2-4 in this competition. Their last 15 home games. Such a fortress this Estadio Azteca is. Both these teams will play matches in between now and next week in Kennesaw. As America will face Cruz Azul, a tough match, while Atlanta United will play Sporting Kansas City.
And that won't be an easy one either. Sporting Kansas City off to a pretty good start after not making the playoffs last year.
Trying to get back into this competition potentially.
Yeah.
Final few ticks come off the clock. And one more chance for Club America. Could they put this to bed right here? All the way through. Oh, it wasn't too far away. It's out for a goal kick. Sanchez once again.
And a good job at that back post by Jeff Lorenowitz. Staying with Viñas so he doesn't have a tap in here. Bumps him here and grabs him there.
And there's the final whistle. A night to remember for Club America and maybe one to forget for Atlanta United. But there's still 90 more minutes left to go next week in Kennesaw. But it finishes Club America 3, Atlanta United 0. Tony Miola, final thoughts.
Yeah, look, Atlanta, as I mentioned earlier, is built in a mountain that's really big. They're going to have to try and climb it at home. They have the wherewithal. It's going to take an early goal, I think, to put this America side under pressure. But America goes in with a 3-goal cushion here and can manage the game.
Atlanta United, of course, without Joseph Martinez, it was a tough start. But tonight, it is over. Club America wins it. And they will advance to the second leg with a 3-0 advantage in this quarterfinal of the Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. That does it tonight from Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. For our entire crew and broadcast partner, U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer Tony Miola, I'm Josh Eastern, saying so long where it finishes Club America 3, Atlanta United 0. More quarterfinal action tomorrow night from Los Angeles. Good night, everybody.
Meten.